Hey everyone, it's Brittany, your makeup artist in MBA, and today we are going to be doing the unboxing and first thoughts of the Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Perfection Foundation. And I ordered this on July 26th at 9:45 a.m. I emailed customer service on July 31st because I had not received the shipping information yet. And I was like, where's my order? You know, this isn't Pat's first launch. What's going on here? They told me it hadn't shipped yet. It finally did ship like really late at night on July 31st. And I received it yesterday, August 7th. So it took over 12 days to get here. So that was a really long time. I was very kind of frustrated with that because once again, this isn't Pat's first launch. Her brand's been around for quite some time. She's had a lot of in-demand, highly anticipated product launches. So I feel like her warehouse should have had these logistical issues worked out in advance. I did pay for it myself. I am not on the PR list or anything like that. The foundation was, I got the foundation brush and 2 shades of foundation. The foundation brush is $55 and the foundations are $68 a piece. So they are very expensive. I've never spent that much per a single bottle of foundation ever before. I did receive a 10% discount on my order because I'm on Pat's like VIP email list or whatever you want to call it. So the grand total for my 3 products came to $171.90. which was throw up in my mouth expensive. So we're going to take a look at it and see if it's worth the bang for the buck. Everything came in this lovely box from Pat. It came with a few sheets of tissue paper. It's not like her normal packages that I've gotten from her before where it has kind of that raffia crinkle paper. This time it just shipped with a few sheets of tissue paper, the brush, and the 2 bottles of foundation. I have mixed thoughts about that because, you know, I like things to be shipped securely, especially when I'm spending $68 a bottle. And I didn't mind all the crinkle paper before because I actually save that and reuse it. I put it in I make gift baskets for like school auctions or for clients or even for Christmas presents, or when I personally ship things too, I reuse it. So I was a little bit in shock that it was missing its protective padding. Thankfully, as far as I can tell, nothing arrived damaged. So this is what the foundation actually comes in. So this is shade, I ordered 2 shades. I ordered light number 1 and light medium number 9. I always get 2 shades of foundation, usually like my lightest shade and my deepest shade, when I'm just ordering them for my personal supply, not for my makeup kit, because, you know, whatever color I spray tan myself, when I do spray tan myself, I want to be sure I have a foundation for that. And then also that way I can kind of custom mix as I get, you know, throughout the years, I get lighter, darker, or if I want to do more of a contour one day, etc. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is pretty posh. You see Pat's logo on there. It comes, you know, wrapped. It's a pretty heavy package. You have her logo, her little crown. This is 35 mils of fluid foundation, 1.8 fluid ounces. So it's a, I would say, average size foundation bottle. And it says buildable perfecting coverage, weightless texture, sublime satin finish. So satin finish is, think of it as satin paint on your wall. You have your flat finish paint, which is kind of like your ultra matte foundation. And then you have your eggshell, which is like your matte foundation. And then satin finish is, you know, it has a little bit of sheen to it. I personally love satin paint, wall paint, because it gives the walls some more life. What's actually on this wall is satin wall paint. So you can kind of see it has a little bit of a light reflection to it, but it's not like high gloss where the light's like this picture frame where the light's like bouncing off and hitting back into the camera. So this is a satin finish. We haven't gotten a lot of satin finish foundations lately. Usually they've been like ultra heavy matte, all those types of things. So I'm excited to try this, see how it works. Runway tested, mother approved, universal for all skin types, oil free, paraben free, fragrance free, all those lovely things. Let's see what's in here. Water, glycerin, aluminum starch. Okay, so it does have what she's calling a diamond, let me get the right word, a diamond technology in it, which it looks like a diamond core powder technology. So it looks like basically what this is aluminum, diamond, proper. Wow, okay. So I'm gonna try to say what this diamond powder is. So it's aluminum hydroxide, benzimidyl, diamond, amido, ethyl, urea, cambromo, propyl, polymethylsilyl sesquioxane. No joke. So I will have to look that up because some of this, it sounds to me like it's just like a diamond type mica powder. So it's going to give you a lot of bounce back on when the light hits you, because basically if you think about it, like when you're watching your TV news at home, you'll see the news anchors, and you know, if they turn a certain way and the light's not hitting them quite right, you know, you can kind of see more imperfections or more wrinkles or age spots. And that's because when you are on filming for camera or for TV or taking photography, you want the, you know, to minimize the look of wrinkles and give more flawless skin. You want that light to actually bounce back or reflect. You don't want it to, you know, come in, because basically the more light you can put on someone, the more of the shadows, like the wrinkles, the shadows, the crevices, go away, and it gives the skin the illusion of being smoother, more perfecting, and all those types of things. So I think that's what she's going for with the diamond powder technology. There's hyaluronic acid in here. There's ceramides. It says it boosts hydration. So we'll see. I do have very dry skin because, or very combination crazy skin, because I do have lupus, I do have fibromyalgia. I have a medication bin that's like bigger than the width of this water bottle. So I'm on a lot of stuff for those things. And it's 105 right now in Texas. So it's just all over the place. So I did prep my skin with the Caudalie like priming water. I'm seeing it right now over on my makeup table and I can't remember the name. Sorry about that. I did use the Ember Release because I am really dry today. And then my Caudalie eye cream. I did do my eyes. I used the Viseart. I have MAC Painterly and then some Viseart shadow, the Grande Pro, and then the Viseart Cool Mattes. And I didn't put on any mascara yet or lashes, just because I like to kind of do that on the end once all my foundation's done. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to unbox this real quick so you guys can see what it looks like. So this is the box. So it's really nice. I mean, it's very premium packaging. Like, I'm taking a class with FIT right now. It's all about packaging, cosmetic development, all those types of things. Because I've been on the hair care side of the business my whole entire life, and I've been I am a makeup artist, but I haven't actually like formulated actual cosmetics and done packaging and all those types of things. So I'm taking a class with them and getting a certificate. So I'll let you guys know once I'm done with that. But this is definitely very premium, you know, packaging. This is what the actual bottle looks like. So I'll hold that up. Let me get the camera to focus in. There we go. So it is a really heavy bottle. Like, I would say this is very luxurious, like for the $68 price tag. The glass itself, let me see if I can get this to show it better for you guys, is very thick. Like, you can see like the product, there's a lot of extra glass around the product. If I turn it over upside down, you can see, sorry, my dogs are going crazy right now. They won't stop barking. There is, you know, it's a heavy bottle. Like, if I were going to keep this in my kit, I would definitely have to decant it into smaller containers, because this alone by itself would like weigh down my entire kit. So, and it has a little airless pump right there. So that's what it looks like. Let me show you the brush real quick. Okay. So it came in this package. It was $55. It's really small. Like, I thought this was going to be a lot bigger. It kind of shocked me. I did open it up a little bit earlier than this, but it is just so small. Like, if you look at my hand, this is how small the brush is. Mind you, I have if you see my face, I have very large hands. Like, my hands are the same size as Mark Chimera on the Green Bay Packers, fun fact. But this is just, you know, I'm going to try it today. It's really small though. So I was kind of in shock by that when I opened it. It does feel really nice on the skin. It has a nice brush shape, like it has a nice dome. It is synthetic, if that's important to you. But I don't know, for $55, I was expecting a lot more. I'm actually quite disappointed in that. Like, just to give you an idea the size-wise, so this is one of my favorite foundation brushes. This is the Sephora number 47 brush. So just so you can kind of see, this is the Real Techniques Instapop cheek brush that I also use as a foundation brush sometimes. And then this is one of my personal favorite foundation brushes. It's a private label one that I got from, I think from Crown, like way back in the day. It's really old. But as you can see, the handle itself is a lot longer. So I don't know. I'll probably be sending this back because, like, literally it does not fit. Whoop, see, I just dropped it. It does not fit my hand. So if you're looking at her website and you're thinking about maybe getting the brush, I would skip it because it's just not, unless you like to be like, you know, really grinding your makeup in, it's just way too small for me. So anyway, so that's the brush. Let's get to the product. I don't have any primer on my skin. I know Pat sells a primer with her product, but I wanted to try, like, a good foundation should be able to wear on itself without use of a primer. So I wanted to try it without the primer first. So let's go ahead and give the bottle a shake real quick, because it does say to shake well on the outside. And this is shade Light 1. So I'll go ahead and just kind of hold this up right here so you guys can see what it looks like when it comes out. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go let my dog out. She was trapped in the bedroom. So anyways, here is, so you can see this really good. So I just squirted it on there. It sat for like 2 minutes when I went to go let my dogs out. And it is really liquid, so you can see it just kind of, it's not really moving. It is starting to set a little bit, so I better start working. I am going to try to use Pat's brush first and just see how it goes. Let me clean it real quick. Just used a little bit of my Cinema Secrets. My most favorite makeup brush cleaner ever. Must have. Okay. I just did a real quick clean because it's, you know, it's brand new from the factory. It's not like it's going to be nasty like Jaclyn Hill stuff. Okay. So let's do it. So I'm going to put, this is just one pump. I'm just going to start with that. It says it's buildable coverage, so we'll see. Gotta switch my ring real quick. Okay. So I'm just going to tap this on a little bit. So one thing I was concerned about was the shade range. There is a total of 36 universal shades. There are several, there's 7 shades in each little shade sector, if you will, except for in deep, there's 8. But in the very lightest shade sector, which is what I am in, there was only 7 shades, and they seem to go dark really fast. So I'm not expecting this to be like a perfect match for me, just because I'm usually like the lightest shade. I also have a lot of pink tones in my skin, so that makes it harder. Because usually the super white foundation or super light can look white, can look chalky, so I'm just working this kind of into the skin. Take it down your neck. Always take it down your neck. And then I always do like the tops of my ears. Just a real quick tip from Britt. I always do the tops of your ears when you're being photographed, because otherwise if you don't put any foundation there, they can start to look red and they can kind of look like they're floating, and it just doesn't look good on the camera. So I always put a little bit of makeup up there. Okay, so this is one pump. I'm going to turn down the light a little bit so you guys can see. So it's pretty. I would say it definitely looks like skin, for sure. It really blended in. I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing any makeup. I did just put one pump on. I wouldn't say it covered my redness really. I do have my It Cosmetics by my redness here, because I usually put that underneath my foundation because my nose, my chin, I get super red very easily. I would say it definitely blended in. Now you can kind of see the satin finish. Like there's a little bit of reflection, not, you know, it doesn't look super matte. It looks kind of like the thing that makeup artists, we always say like on photo shoots and everything, is you want the skin to look like skin. So you want it to look real, and real skin is not like super matte, like flat wallpaper, flat wall paint, etc. So it definitely does look like that. Now, as far as, you know, having one pump and being ready to go, I would definitely say, unless you're very young and, you know, a supermodel, like all the models on her website and the photos were very young supermodels, you know, they have the best of the best of the best working on their skin all the time. So, and getting all the treatments and everything like that. So if you don't have that level of skin, I think you might have to, you know, I don't know if this will be for you, but I'm going to go ahead and put, let's do one more pump and see real quick. So there's one pump, almost one full pump. I didn't push it all the way down to the bottom. So this one, I'm just going to stipple this one on real quick, just to kind of get a little bit more coverage in the places I need it. I'm going to brush off the brush a little bit, because I did kind of dunk it in there. Normally I don't like to dunk my brush in there. I do have my beauty blender down here. I actually don't use the regular, well, I do use it, but my favorite beauty blender is actually the body blender. I feel like it blends so much better, and it's kind of, it's bigger, it's wider. I don't know, I just feel like I can do, when I like to pat stuff in, I like to kind of do a rocky motion. I learned it from Marisa Stein, God rest his soul. up in heaven. But he kind of, I took a class with him, and that's how he would, when he was doing like All the Presidents and all his movies, that's how he would kind of, he would work it into the skin like that. So that's why I like this, because you can do that a lot better. And I just feel like it's softer and they last longer than like a traditional beauty blender. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a little tap. I will say this isn't quite the right shade for me. It's a little too, even though this is supposed to be, let me see what exactly it says on the website. Light one, it's supposed to light with pink undertones. So I would say it's a little pink, maybe. I do think that she will have to extend her shade range, like if this product is going to stay around. You know, I was kind of hoping it would be a bigger shade range, because Pat's line is very, very successful. Like, it is, I think, one of the most prosperous makeup lines. Like, she's been on the Forbes list and everything right now. So she definitely has like the cash flow to be able to make it a full range of foundation. So I'm kind of curious why she didn't do that. You know, just because everyone gets so hot and bothered nowadays, like if you don't have like 50 shades of everything. So I don't know, hopefully she comes out with more. You know, it's the people at the bookends. It's people like me who are very, very fair, and the people who are very, very deep. We're like the people that always get left out. So hopefully she'll make some more shades for the lighter skin tones as well as the deeper ones, because there wasn't that many really deep shades either. So all right, so I'm just kind of working this into the skin a little bit more. It is starting to set a little bit. Like, I can definitely tell that it's starting to dry down a little bit. I would say right now it reads nice on camera. Let me turn down the light a little bit. Oh, that's turning out. But just looking at my mirror like 2 inches from my face, like you can definitely still see like my acne scarring through here. You know, I have a little bit of melasma on my lip right here, so I look like I have a chola lip sometimes. It can like show through my products and everything. Just sucks. Getting old sucks really, really bad. Let me just tell you that. You know, and then I have some acne scarring in here. But I would say overall, quick first impressions, I'm going to wear it for a little bit and then I'll come back and check in with you guys. But I would say it feels really good on the skin. I haven't put any other concealer or anything on it. I have seen a lot of people on YouTube doing that, but I want you guys to be able to see how it works just straight by itself. So I'm going to leave it on. I'm not going to put any more concealer on it. I will go over there and set it with my RCMA No Color Powder, and I'll film some more, and then I'll kind of check in with you guys throughout the day so you can see how it wears. So talk to you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, so I'm back. I forgot to show you guys the other bottle, so let's do that real quick. This is shade Light Medium number 9. So I'm just going to pump this, and I'll do a little swatch of my hand so you guys can see what this looks like in real life. So I have cleaned off my little palette quickly. Okay, so there's one little pump. I'll just show you guys on the back of my arm real quick. So yeah, that one's definitely more pink. So you guys can kind of see that. It's hard. I'm so white, you guys. Like, it's... So it kind of looks like that. So I would say it, as far as step range, to go from a 1 to a 9, this isn't like that big of a... Here, I'll squirt it. Here again. You know, that isn't that big of a jump, actually. So, I don't know. Here, we'll just put a little bit on my face real quick. And just use Pat's brush again. Just do a little bit of contour. So when you guys contour, you don't have to do like, so many people do like what I call like paint by number. You guys don't have to do that. You can do a really beautiful contour. Like you can already tell, see, look at, it's already starting to shape my face, just that little tiny bit. So, you know, if you want to do contouring, don't feel like you have to do that like super harsh, you know, and I always put like a little bit down here just for me because I need it. And then just go, I always like to kind of go up in here a little bit. So I was actually expecting this number 9 shade to be a lot deeper, you guys, but so yeah. I mean, this is what's in the whole next row of 7 down. So I don't know, this is an interesting shade range. I haven't, our Sephora's here in Austin don't carry Pat's line, so it's not like I can just like walk into the store and swatch. So I guess if I were you, buy it at Sephora, buy a couple different shades, and then just return that doesn't match. Because if this is a 9, if this is a 9, and this is a 1, that's like, they're real close. So this is kind of shocking me right now. I was totally not expecting that. But anyways, we'll get back to it. I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Hey everyone, it's Brittany. So it is almost 9 o'clock. I've had this on for almost 8 hours right now. And this is Pat's foundation. So I actually did use, what is it? Number 1 is the base, and number 9, I kind of did a little bit of contour. If you saw earlier in the video, it was kind of amazing, like how there's not a significant shade range between a level 1 and a level 9 shade in her line. So I found that to be rather interesting, because usually in other lines, you know, between 1 and 9, there's a much bigger jump, I guess you could say. I will say this, you know, after it's been oxidized, I'd say it actually matches pretty well. My daughter Aurora had like a 2-hour sensory meltdown, so it has survived that, so that's a good thing. I did have to powder it one more time with the RCMA powder because I was filming and I was starting to get a little bit shiny. I did set it with the Scandinavia Bridal Setting Spray, and just to help out, I was outside in the 109, 110 degree heat for, I don't know, probably like an hour today. When I had it on, just kind of running in between the car and running the kids and all that kind of stuff. So I would say it's held up pretty well. I mean, it's definitely starting to break down on my chin and, you know, my nose, because those are like the more oilier areas of my face. It is extremely comfortable to wear, like very, very comfortable. Like I've just started, now that it's been on for a while, start having that feeling like I want to take it off. But otherwise, the rest of the day, like, it felt more like my Temp 2, I'm trying to see if I have the bottle real quick right here. The Temp 2 Perfect Canvas Foundation. I use that one a lot on my clients. It's an airbrush foundation. Well, you can use it with or without a gun, but it has that kind of really light, sort of true airbrush foundation feel. However, I just wanted to have a little bit more pigment. So if Pat, you somehow find this video somewhere on YouTube, please make your next foundation with a little bit more coverage. I definitely need that for myself. I do not, like, unlike a lot of the other people on YouTube, I didn't put any concealer on my face. So this is what the actual foundation looks like, just so you guys can see it. So I would recommend this foundation for someone who wants, I would say medium coverage, maybe a little bit lighter than that, someone who wants their foundation to feel very lightweight, someone who wants definitely a satin finish. Like, this isn't going to get matte. So if you have oilier skin, you're definitely going to have to use a heavier duty mattifying primer underneath, Makeup Forever super matte powder, stuff like that, if you're going to want to try this foundation. However, for people like me who, you know, I get a lot of redness, I have acne scarring from my life, as someone who's had acne their whole life, I need a little bit more coverage. So I think it's a great start to her foundation line. I sincerely hope she comes out with more shades, because I would need something lighter than this in the winter, because I get really Caspery then. But that is it. So I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions, I'll pull back the camera a little bit. I'm filming on my iPhone right now, so it's different than the Canon that I used earlier. And then I have my makeup light on, which is what I use for my clients. So, it's really pretty. I just wish it had just a little bit more coverage. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Please follow me on Instagram and on Facebook at Brittany, BRYTTANNEE. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, you guys.